Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
We are in the lesson of social and religious reform movements. In this, we came across and we discussed about so many things like social reformers, how they fought for the nation, and how they fought, especially even women reformers also there, the people, those who are behaving by taking their caste and religion into consideration. They are not even giving a minimum respect to the few people. Okay, and at the same time, even the social reformer, the way they are fighting against the in favor of women, the violence which is against the women, even in Muslims also, so many social reformers have come forward and they want to abolish this parda system, and at the same time even they wanted to encourage all the women in all the fields. Like in olden days the women are not allowed to go to the schools, so like that, in such scenario, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan is one of the famous social reformer, and also Rokeya Shakawat Hussain, she also said to be a Muslim social reformer who fought in favor of women in their own religion. So even though the people belongs to the same religion also, some sort of differences are showing among the people. So that's the reason even Rokeya Shakawat Hussain is also one of the Muslim social reformer who fought against such a certain discrimination which are going towards the women. Okay, now let us discuss about the social reformers where the caste system was played a dominant role by the upper caste people. As you know, in olden days there are two dominated castes will be there, like Brahmins and Kshatriyas, and these were dominated the other people like anything, and also the people who belongs to Shudras and untouchables, those people will be treated as a laborers, the labors. Those people were treated very badly and cruelly by Brahmins and Kshatriyas, with these Shudras and untouchables. So according to their perception, according to their view, according to their view means whose view here? According to Brahmins and Kshatriyas, what they used to think about that, the people, those who are belongs to the bottom of the society, like Shudras and untouchables, these Brahmins and Kshatriyas kept Shudras and untouchables at the bottom of the society, and they used to treat these two caste people like laborers, and at the same time they were not allowed to our temples, and they are not supposed to sit in front of the upper caste people, and at the same time the water wells which are used by these upper caste, even these Shudras and untouchables were not allowed to draw the water from those wells who used to use by these upper castes like Kshatriyas and Brahmins. So these Brahmins and Kshatriyas, they used to keep the Shudras and untouchables at the bottom of the society, and they used to behave them like, they are not even allowed to come to schools to educate them, and they are not allowed even to our temples, and also these people were not allowed to draw the water from the wells which are used by the Kshatriyas and Brahmins. Okay, so this kind of discrimination was so used to towards the untouchables and at the same time Shudras. So what happened here? The upper caste people, they only thought that whatever the rules we kept to follow, they have to follow at any cost. If they did not follow, even they used to punish all those untouchables and Shudras also. So this kind of domination was there in olden days, even at present society also. So many caste discriminations are going on, and at the same time still the people were used to treat as untouchables in some of the villages which we are not able to go and visit there. Okay, so this kind of differences have been dominated in those days by the upper caste people towards the lower caste, who are said to be Shudras and untouchables. So this caste system was stopped to some extent when the establishment of the Britishers rule in India was happened. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
When the Britishers established their rule in India, then slowly this caste discrimination was coming down. And at the same time, the missionary schools are the only one people who wants to educate each and every child without taking their caste into consideration. What does it mean? Irrespective of their caste, the missionary schools, their main vision and their main motto is to educate each and every child, whomever they belongs to, whatever the caste they belongs to, whatever the religion they are following, it is none of their business. Their motto is only one thing, that being a child, everyone is having a right, equal right to get the education in all the schools. So in such a way, in those days, even what happened, even the government schools established a lot exclusively for people. But even in those schools also, these Shudras and untouchables were treated very badly, and they were not allowed to sit into the classrooms on the benches. So when the people belongs to Shudras and untouchables raised their voice about their children, why we are also human beings, why you people are treating us like a slaves అంటే ఏంటి, బానిసలు. Okay, kattu బానిసలు. So why you people are treating our children like slaves, as they wanted to educate themselves, even they wanted to study in the school. So to some extent what happened, these Shudras and untouchables used to sit only in verandas, but they were never allowed to sit into the classrooms where the upper caste people used to sit on the benches. So that kind of discrimination was badly, and at the same time, the Britishers wants to treat equally, and they made all the laws equally for all the people, whatever the caste they belongs to, whatever the religion they belongs to. They don't want to see whether the people belongs to upper caste or lower caste. It doesn't consider. It doesn't matter for Britishers. So slowly, when the establishment of British rule was set up in India, then this caste discrimination was slowly came down. Slowly came down. They established so many schools, and also they started so many companies. The people, after completion of their education, job opportunities also has been created by the British government to each and every people apart from there, irrespective of their caste. So especially in the army, when lot of job opportunities given by the Britishers, the people, those who belongs to the lower caste, they started to join in the army so that they can get more and more jobs. So this was the situation. And missionary schools, they established so many colleges, government schools, or private primary schools, private schools, or whatever it is. So for each and every child is eligible to take admission in their schools without taking caste into consideration. Whatever the caste they belongs to, it doesn't matter. So their main vision is to give education to all the people irrespective of their caste. And most of the people, when job opportunities raised in the market, even few people, what happened, after completion of their education, to get the jobs, even they moved from one place to the other place so that they can fit into one or the other job to get the salary or to generate the income or to survive their families. Okay, so in those days, what happened, when people came to know that there are so many job opportunities in so and so sector, the people from low caste people like Shudras and untouchables, most of the peoples, they started joining in the army so that they can secure government jobs without any fail. Okay, so someone should come forward to take an action against this caste discrimination. The Britishers' main motto is only one thing. What is their main vision? If if on the basis of truth and equality, they want to treat all the people in such manner. Okay, so here one example has been given. It's not an example, it's a live example, you can say. So in the Bombay Presidency, in the year 1829, some people were treated very badly. Some people means nothing but the people, those who belongs to low caste, that is Shudras and untouchables, they did not allow to enter into the schools to educate themselves. Even if anyone started, even if anyone wanted to come to schools also, those people were used to treat very cruelly and badly, and they were humiliated a lot. You are not eligible to sit besides us. Your place is veranda. You have to sit on the floor. You are not eligible to sit besides us on the benches, whatever the classroom is there. So in such a way, the people used to treat all these people very badly and cruelly. So by taking all these into consideration, one social reformer have come forward. He is none other than, even in previous class also we talked about this person. Just we had an introduction about this person, but not in detail. Okay, the one and only social reformer whose name is Jyotirao Phule. Jyotirao Phule. Who is his wife? Savitribai Phule. Okay, so Jyotirao Phule is also one of the social reformer who belongs to untouchables, untouchable caste. So one day when he went to his friend's marriage, so the people of his friend's family, when they came to know that Jyotirao Phule belongs to Mahar caste, that is untouchables caste, he was treated very badly. He was treated very badly, and he was born in Maharashtra. So he belongs to the untouchable family, and when he himself was treated, or when he was insulted badly in his friend's marriage by his family members, there he felt very sad and disappointed a lot, and there he decided, then and there itself he decided to stop one day or the other. We have to stop this caste discrimination at any one point. We have to realize the people that this sort of the feeling is not good for the society. This kind of feeling is not good for the society, and there he started a movement. Who? Jyotirao Phule started a movement, and he started fight against the upper caste people, where they are treating these lower caste people very badly and cruelly. Okay, so from that feeling, he started several schools exclusively for untouchables, because there is no admission is not taking in the higher caste schools, and these untouchables were not allowed to sit into the classrooms, and these untouchables are not at all allowed to enter into the schools or go to schools or temples, whatever you take. So when he observed all such kind of differences showing towards his caste people by the upper caste people, he decided to start the school. He decided to establish certain schools where exclusively untouchables can come and send their children for education. So in such scenario, he started few schools. Who? Jyotirao Phule started the government schools or private schools or colleges, or in many educational institutions he started, and there the untouchables began to take an education into their own schools. There they cannot find any kind of difference, because all the people belongs to the same caste. All the students are belongs to Shudras and untouchables. So these people were even the first women teacher from untouchables. Who is the first women teacher? His own wife, Mrs. Savitribai Phule, is the first women teacher who was appointed in the school, which was established by Jyotirao Phule. So Savitribai Phule, the wife of Jyotirao Phule, is treated as the first women teacher, and she used to teach all the untouchable students in their own school. And what Jyotirao Phule decided, he chosen the people as the teachers to educate all untouchables from the same caste. from the same caste, like Shudras and untouchables only. The teachers are also appointed by Jyotirao Phule from the same caste people, because no other caste people were ready to teach untouchables. No other caste teachers were ready to teach untouchables. So there is no other alteration. Sorry, there is no other alternative for whom to Jyotirao Phule. So obviously what he has to do, he selected from the same caste people, he selected the efficient and skilled teachers from his own caste, so that they can teach all the people, they can treat all the students without showing any kind of differences among the people. Any kind of differences among the people. So when he was seriously, as I said, when Jyotirao Phule went to his friend's marriage, the way he was treated by his friend's family members, there he started one organization with the name of Satya Shodak Samaj. What it is?
Satya Shodak Samaj.
Satya Shodak Samaj. So according to this organization, what is the main motto of Satya Shodak Samaj? The Jyotirao Phule wants to bring all the untouchables into this Samaj, where they can be treated equally on the basis of truth and equality. Even the Britishers also, to some extent, in one aspect or in one angle, even Britishers also did a very good job. What I said, as I said, the Jyotirao Phule, when the lower caste people were discriminated by the upper caste people like anything, in such scenario, one thought came into the mind of Jyotirao Phule. Something or the other, he wants to do a justice to all the untouchables, where when these people are ill-treated by the upper caste people. So he and his wife thought to open the school where all the Shudras and untouchables should take an admission, and they can come and educate their children, and they can have a proper education in all the schools, like whatever the schools he established. So there, in such scenario, in such scene, there he started one school, and the members of Satya Shodak Samaj, they started a campaign that people should know, the untouchables should know, that we started certain schools and colleges for all the untouchables and Shudras, where they can admit their children into the schools and colleges to get the proper education. And even the people, especially Savitri Bai Phule and Jyotirao Phule, thought only one thing, that they want to start a school exclusively for girls, those who belongs to the group of Mahar and Mang. What is that? Mahar group of people, where these people were used to treat as a untouchables, and Mahar, and one more group, Mang. Okay, so Mahar and Mang people, exclusively girl child, those who belongs to girls from these two untouchables groups, they joined there. They wanted to educate exclusively for these two low groups, where they can treat it as a untouchables. And at the same time, the members of Satya Shodak Samaj members, they started campaign against the upper caste people, and also they want to create an awareness in the minds of the people of untouchables and Shudras, that we started schools and colleges exclusively for our caste people. You can come and join your children, where the differences will not shown against your people, because even the teachers are also selected from the same caste. So Jyotirao Phule, what he did, even the teachers, those who taught all the Mahar and Mang children, even the teachers are also from the same caste he selected, so that no kind of discrimination and no such differences should be shown among the students, where all the students can treat it equally. So when these kind of differences are going on in the society, Jyotirao Phule wrote one novel or wrote a book, then that book's name is Gulamgiri. What is that?
Gulamgiri.
The name of the book is Gulamgiri. Gulamgiri means what? Where the people are used to treat as their slaves. Where the people, untouchables, were used to treat them as a slaves. So, this is the book which was written by Jyotirao Phule, and in this book it was clearly mentioned that the caste system which he equated with the slavery. Phule and Satyashodak Samaj campaigned for special schools. So, everywhere, according to the Gulamgiri, there he mentioned very clearly about the caste system which is equated with the slavery. So he wanted to stop that slavery, the feeling of slavery from the minds of the people of upper caste. And even in those days, if any person will expire, if any person dies in the lower caste people, normally what we are doing in present situation, if any person is dying, if any person expired, they'll do karma kanda. Okay, they'll do karma kanda or 12th ceremony or 10th day ceremony, like that. So for doing such kind of ceremonies, whom we are inviting here? The Brahmin people we are inviting, because as they know Vedas, as they know all the rituals and formalities very clearly. So with the help of Brahmins, we are trying to give moksha to those who died, who left on this earth, who left this earth. So with the help of Brahmins, we are making pujas and pinda pradana, whatever you take, the funeral or whatever cremation. We are following the rituals or rules and pujas those who are doing by the Brahmins. So even these people in those days, if any person dies in untouchables, the Brahmins were not at all interested to go or to perform any puja for the dead body, or after his death, or to celebrate any 10th day or whatever it is. Okay, so when he has written this book with the name of Gulamgiri, in that he was very clearly mentioned about the caste system and the differences shown by upper caste people on lower caste people. Okay, so even they conduct competitions also, and whatever the competitions conduct, like debates are there, some cultural activities are there. So these Satyashodak Samaj members, okay, when they started campaign to start the schools and colleges and everything, even they conducted few competitions among the lower caste people. There, with the conduct, what happens, why they conducted such kind of competitions? Why competitions? Like some debates will be there, they'll give one topic, and on that topic, any one student has to, students will get a chance to speak about that topic. Okay, essay writing competition, they'll give one any kind of topic, like Independence Day or freedom struggle or whatever you take, whatever the topic. So on the basis of the topic, the student has to write an essay writing. Okay, and like that, so many competitions were being conducted by the Satyashodak Samaj members to all the lower caste people. Okay, so because why they conducted all these competitions? Because by conducting such competitions to the lower caste people, they they started self confidence. Just they wanted to improve self confidence, and without any fear, they should come forward to do any kind of activity. Because in those days, what happens, these lower caste people, especially Shudras and untouchables, even they were not allowed to sit into the library also. They were not allowed to sit into the library. So that's the reason Jyotirao Phule started Satyashodak Samaj, where the members started their campaign about their schools, colleges, libraries, and at the same time, they conducted so many competitions among the people, like debates or speeches or essay writing competitions. So when such competitions are conducting among the people, what happened here? The people, those who belongs to lower caste, they started to build self confidence, and without any fear, without any hesitation, the people from lower caste people came forward to educate themselves. So this is all about the social reformers and the caste system, and what the Jyotirao Phule, why he started Satyashodak Samaj, what situation, what kind of situation made him to start the schools exclusively for Mahar and Mang people, what kind of situation he was experienced to open a school exclusively for girls where they can educate themselves, and why he motivated his own wife, that is Savitri Bai Phule, and she was treated as, she was be considered as the first women teacher in India, and there she started to teach all the lower caste people. So that's all about Jyotirao Phule and the caste discrimination which was severely happened in olden days, and how it was vanished with the establishment of British rule. Slowly it was came down, and this is all about I discussed. In my next session, let us talk about, there is one more social reformer whose name is Narayana Guru. Whose name is Narayana Guru. As a social reformer, what was his main aim and achievements? Why he became a social reformer, and what kind of situations made him to become a social reformer? Let me discuss in my next session. Until then, have a nice day.